Hey y'all, my name is Mike Vaughn and welcome to a new Video Addict Fresh Selects. And I'm really excited because I got a ton of great horror titles, it being October, but I also have some good non-horror titles, so please stick around. But I'm going to start out with one that was good, but I'm a little perplexed by. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. First, let's just take a look at this. As you can see, we have a booklet and some interior artwork with the chapters. Why I'm kind of a little bit perplexed on this is why it didn't just get a 4K release. Warner Brothers certainly has been putting out some of their classic cartoons on 4K, and this got a re-release as a double feature like not too long ago. But this is a really nice edition. The booklet's nice, of course, and we have a audio commentary. Yeah, it looks good, but again, I just was kind of wondering why we didn't just get this on 4K already. But if you're a fan and you don't already own this is a really nice addition to have, but I'd like to see it eventually get upgraded to 4K. But something that did get upgraded to 4K thanks to Warner Brothers is The Curse of Frankenstein. Now, this again was something that I was kind of shocked that we got on 4K, and it is stacked. So they did release a kind of deluxe version of this earlier, but I think this is worth upgrading because it's in 4K. And I believe disc 3 kind of has some new stuff that wasn't on that release. So, as far as looks go, I think they did a fantastic job. Especially early Hammer had such a distinctive visual look that I think that this transfer really highlights. So, again, if you are a huge Hammer fan and can play 4K releases, I think this is well worth picking up. Now, I really, really hope that this means maybe like Hammer's Dracula might be getting like a nice 4K release. The previous Blu-ray of that is fine, but there certainly is room for improvement, so that would be kind of on my wish list. But as it stands, this is a fantastic release. Arguably, this is top tier as far as like October 2025 releases, so definitely consider checking this out. And I don't know, weigh in the comments if there's anyone that hasn't seen this, because it's widely considered, including myself, to be like one of the best Hammer horror films. Alright, again, we are sticking with horror and on 4K, and we got Weapons. Holy crap, what a great movie. I don't know, if you haven't seen this, like, wow, like, what are you doing? It's, now we have a 4K copy of it, which is kind of wild because as far as I know, like, Barbarian still doesn't have a 4K release, but yeah, this is pretty great. Does have some extras. I mean, it's not bare bones, which I really appreciate. I would have loved a commentary track, but I'm still pretty grateful. I'm grateful this came out on 4K and has anything on it at all, frankly. So, Weapons, yes, very much worth checking out if you haven't. And it's not a shocker that it looks great on 4K. Probably one of the most hyped 4K collections has to be Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film collection. I think these look spectacular. I heard a lot of rumors about Nightmare on Elm Street 2 looking particularly great, and yes, Part 2 is like hit or miss for a lot of people, but I think like I personally like it. Plus, hands down, I think it's like my favorite Freddy makeup. Now there is like a really super deluxe steel book edition, but that is just not in my budget, so it's very cool that that's out there, but I do not own that. Not really horror, but kind of horror adjacent is the Alfred Hitchcock Presents complete series. And I am a huge Hitchcock fan. I have so many box sets of his movies. I have probably, for the exception of maybe one or two movies, like I own everything he's ever done on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. So I was really excited about this because I had actually not owned a box set of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. And there also is, I believe, a release of the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, which is the other Hitchcock show. So this is quite a cool time to be a Hitchcock fan. You know, I'm always going to be a little bit of a snob. I kind of wish this was on Blu-ray, but I am happy that it got a nice release. Quality is really there as well. Just to show you like how the discs are housed. Overall, like, this is a good release. It does port over some of the previous special features. So if you already own this, there's really nothing that new, I guess. But if you're like me and somehow never owned this on physical media, like, it's definitely worth checking out. And it also has the individual seasons, which, you know, y'all know that I kind of prefer that to something like what I'm going to be talking about later, like with these kind of streamlined DVD box sets. But yeah, overall, this is really nice. Not mind-blowing. Again, it would have been nice if this was on Blu-ray or 4K. You know, I'm always going to want that, but, you know, having it on DVD is great. And I'm really excited to, like, binge watch all these. So, yeah. Universal has you covered. Pretty nice. Room for improvement, but good. Okay, so now I'm going to do some non-horror stuff. I was going to do this in a separate video, but I thought, that's just a little bit more work for myself. Yeah. Femme Nikita, complete series from Warner Brothers. And again, I have mixed feelings on the how these are packaged. But I will say that it is like more streamlined and a little bit more like shelf friendly than, like, say something like this that is like huge. But yeah, it's got its pros and cons. This is a show that I'd never had really seen before, and this is a great excuse to start watching the series. So, last but certainly not least, we have Warner Archive Collection, and this is something they've been doing for a little while now, which I really like, which is taking a certain actor or director or theme and collecting them. They've certainly done this before with DVDs. So we have the Joan Crawford collection, which I was like really excited about. There's a few of these that I did not own previously, so I'm glad that I kind of held off. You know, when you have Joan Crawford, you need Bette Davis, so we got the Bette Davis collection as well. And I also believe that, like, all of these are available from Warner Archive individually. But if you are just looking for, like, a good starter collection, this is really good. Like, this is a really nice collection of, like, classic Bette Davis movies. And finally, we have Judy Garland. And again, I think this is emblematic of, like, some of her best work. These are all on individual discs. So, yeah, if you own these individually, There's really nothing new or extra with these, but if you are like me and you haven't really collected these, this is really good. Again, it's a really nice starter set. And really, outside of Wizard of Oz, this is like the quintessential Judy Garland collection. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. I know this was a short one, but I like to keep these kind of short because y'all have stuff to do, I have stuff to do, but I am so grateful for you all spending the time with me, checking these out, and I had a blast. I hope you did too. Please like, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see y'all in the next video.